Paul Heyman on accepting WWE Hall of Fame nod, Roman Reigns' legend status and more. For as remarkable of a run as Roman Reigns has been on as undisputed WWE Universal Champion, his advocate Paul Heyman deserves acknowledgement too. The mastermind behind Extreme Championship Wrestling will be enshrined into the WWE Hall of Fame over WrestleMania 40 weekend in Philadelphia, ECW's base for many years, before accompanying Reigns to the ring for record-setting back-to-back main events at WrestleMania 40. Heyman has been by the Tribal Chief's side since the very beginning of his heel run in August 2020 and has seen his stardom reach unprecedented heights in this role, making him the perfect person to serve as both director and executive producer of Reigns' upcoming episode of A&E's biography, WWE Legends. The documentary will chronicle Reigns' decorated career and the pivotal part the wise man played in his success, most notably the Bloodline's rise to power and domination of WWE. Ahead of his induction into the Hall of Fame, Heyman sat down with Bleacher Report to discuss getting to know the man behind Reigns, what inning he believes the Bloodline is in now, why he finally accepted the Hall of Fame honor, and more. Check out the complete video of the interview on the next slide and read on for the highlights. When he feels Roman Reigns entered legend territory, Reigns is among an elite few subjects of an A&E biography episode to still be active on the WWE roster, an intentional act, according to Heyman. Not one to be a man of many, the tribal chief handpicked his wise man to both direct and executive produce the piece, knowing he needed someone who knew him intimately to tell his tale from a passionate perspective and present it in a light he felt was authentic, warts and all. What you see on WWE television is exactly what you get, Heyman said. SmackDown is the greatest reality show in the history of television because on the Friday nights you get to see Roman Reigns, you get to see an authentic portrayal of the top star in the entire industry. He presents to you the responsibility and the obligation and the accountability of being the top star, and he has no problem articulating the burden of being the top star, not only in WWE but the entire industry as well. That's something no one else has ever accurately portrayed, certainly on the cinematic level that Roman Reigns has portrayed it, in the history of sports entertainment. The film delves into how Reigns has handled the pressure of being the face of WWE and following in the footsteps of John Cena, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and Shawn Michaels, all of whom are interviewed for it. Opinions will vary, but Reigns cemented his status as a modern-day legend years before becoming the head of the table, according to Heyman. Midway through the last decade, I think Roman Reigns was worthy of being called a legend when he had already main-evented 3 or 4 consecutive WrestleManias, and this was while he was still the big dog Roman Reigns, and we had not entered the era of the Tribal Chief, which was August 2020, he said. I think he was already a legend when we got paired together on television, and everything that he accomplished before August 2020 would, by our design, pale by comparison by what gets accomplished after August 2020. What inning is the Bloodline in now? Heyman claimed the Bloodline was only in its 3rd inning during the SummerSlam 2023 press conference, which has turned into a running gag of sorts among fans since then. Reigns and co. have had a stranglehold on both the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and WWE TV as a whole since the storyline's start almost 4 years ago. To think it has merely scratched the surface of what more it could turn into is almost unfathomable. But not to Heyman. Although the impending Hall of Famer refused to reveal what exact inning the Bloodline is in, he did provide an intriguing answer that adds even more uncertainty to the outcome of the WrestleMania 40 Night 2 main event between Reigns and Cody Rhodes. I gave a baseball analogy at one point, and people have been challenging that analogy ever since, mostly because everyone now understands that baseball is fake, so baseball analogies don't hold in our world, Heyman said. I'm going to be hesitant in naming in what inning that we're actually in, except to suggest that with the advent of Solo's Psycho, Rise Up the Ladder, and the inclusion now of The Rock in the bloodline, acknowledging Roman Reigns as his tribal chief, that no matter what inning we're in, we're playing a ball game that is most likely going into extra innings at some point.